Well, the value of land is determined by, well, land purely defined is location. And the value of a location is determined by the locations around it. So if I have an acre of ground in the middle of a city, it's worth a lot more to people to buy than an acre of ground in the middle of the countryside. But that value is because of the nearby location, the city instead of the country, you see. So it's society that makes value, and society therefore owns land. You could say then, if you like, all land is owned by the state. Ownership is a principle of man. Animals don't seem to have it, although they do tend towards territory. And you don't go near a pokeko's nest when the young ones are there, do you? They'll attack you. But what you put on the land, the improvements, well, that's something you did. And therefore, in some sense, you have a right to its benefit. So that belongs to you. Now, the improvements on the land are in some sense tied to the land. You can sell these. But of course you can't transfer it unless the land is transferred. So you have the right to hold the land and therefore benefit from its advantages, except the advantages that pertain to that which comes from the society location around it. And that belongs to society. And they should be reimbursed accordingly. So the rates on the pure land, the location, go to society. And society, being the sum total of people, for simplicity, divided by the number of people, and that share of the rates, we'll call it, goes to you. And the rates are the charge made on the pure location. Simply put, the rates are the income that comes from a certain charging plan that makes the transfer price of the land constant throughout the country. Anything other than this goes to the state as rates. But those rates aren't earmarked specifically, as yet at least, for social expenses, infrastructure and so on. They are the people's income distributed equally to the people. For all the people that are born, if you like, by act of God, are given a place in this world and therefore have their share in locations. They have to have a location to be born, and that location gives them an equal share of locations, the benefit of such. They can save up this benefit, of course, and buy the right to possession, which is the land transfer cost, plus the benefit of the stuff that's on the land or been done to the land, the buildings and so forth. And if we think of the Jubilee, everything goes back to a common pool owned by the people equally at the end of every 49 years, 50 years. The state owns the land. Now, of course, governments need to raise revenue to cover their government spending. So the rates, in some ideal sense, cover this for the government. So the society now knows how much it needs to charge for land, location, which gives you the right to occupy. So if we think of land in terms of acres, it might be better to think of smaller units than that. You know, corner sites for retail, for instance, are worth more than sites elsewhere along a particular road. Sites in the shopping mall are worth more than sites outside, and so on. So we can work out the rateable value in much the same sort of way as we do at present. And we know how much rates we've got to raise, so we divide it by the units of area of land that we have, acreage of our country, that's occupied by people in their work or in their play or in their living, whatever. And you know the rates per area. It's going to be charged.